Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, personal banking like you remember.
Hi, this is Chris Elgert, loan originator at Lincoln Federal. I know that buying a home is one of the most important decisions a person will make in their lifetime. That's why you need an experienced loan professional to explain all the options available, to answer all your questions, and to make the home buying process a rewarding experience. Talk with me and discover why Lincoln Federal is personal banking like you remember. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
Hello?
Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
This is a presentation of the Nebraska State High School Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State basketball broadcasts are presented by Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Sandhills Global, Doane University, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Wingstop, Acres, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, Roofing Service Company, Union Bank and Trust, Lincoln Family Chiropractic, and DOT Highway Safety Office. Jimmy John's, Members Owned Credit Union, Nebraska Army National Guard, Hamilton Telecommunications, and the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. Now calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we are ready to get going with game number 2 of day 2 here in the 2025 NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships. Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman as we get ready for Archangels Catholic going up against the Stuart Broncos. We saw in the first game of the day, St. Mary's look like a number 1 seed in their win over Silver Lake. How about this one, though, Jay Foreman? Before we talk about Archangels and Stuart, in Class C2 action over at the Devaney Center, we had Archbishop Bergen knock off number 1 seed 24-1 Freeman by 2 points, 61-59. So we had an 8 seed upset a 1 seed over there in Class C2.
Yeah, very rarely happens, but I think as you had a little bit of a reshuffling of the classes, I always say proximity leads to upsets or games or stressful situations to the higher seeds, and it came to fruition today. Obviously, Freeman was able to pull through. That's a pretty big win. I mean, when you're making state high school basketball history when you have an upset like that.
Yeah, so 8-seeded Bergen of Archbishop Bergen upsets number 1 and 24-1 overall Freeman in Class C2 action. All right, back here in Class D2, it's our final D2 coverage before we turn our attention to Class B the rest of the afternoon and evening. Archangels Catholic coming in with a 19-6 record on the year. They're led by head coach Eric Kessler. It is their first state tournament appearance in school history for Archangels Catholic. For the Stuart Broncos, 18-6 on the year, led by head coach John Miller. It's their 11th tournament appearance in school history, but their first since 1996. Both these teams very, very unfamiliar with this layout.
Yeah, and so I think you're going to see a little bit of a tightness here in the first quarter, and then you'll see, the ramp up here in the second and in the third and fourth. And so nerves all around on both sides. What we had in the beginning or the first game, it was St. Mary's, the experience, and then obviously the continuity of coming back after last year's loss. Now you have two teams that are looking at each other size-wise and skills-wise about the same. But more importantly, Nick, they've been thinking about this for the last week and a half.
Yeah.
And, you build up this in your head. It's probably a bigger court and bigger stage that they ever will be on. And it's the first time for each coach and staff and obviously the players. And so it'll be interesting to see, who really gets into the groove faster. And we know this, no matter what the situation is, the first 4 minutes in the first quarter and the first 4 minutes of starting the second half is most important generally in these type of games.
When you look at Archangels Catholic, 19-6 on the year, their starting 5 for head coach Eric Kessler to look like this. Number 14, a 5'10 senior, Devin Baumgart. Number 20, a 6-foot sophomore, Ethan Wiesler. Number 21, a 6'6 junior, Brendan Johans. Number 22, a 5'10 senior forward, Mason. And how about this last name? Guylan Kirkin. And number 32, a 5'11 junior guard, Tucker Zarnick. Yeah. For the Stuart Broncos, 18-6 on the year. John Miller, their head coach, making the 11th appearance in school history. They knocked off Diller Odell in the district final, that is. Number 2, a 5'10 junior, Cade Ram. Number 5, a 5'10 junior, Drew Schmaderer. Number 10, a 6'2 senior, Hunter Tubbs. Number 11, a 5'10 senior, Jameson Estill. And number 25, a 5'10 senior, Benjamin Paxton. You look at the height, Archangels Catholic might have that going on their side of the floor.
Yeah, they do. They have the height advantage for sure. They got 6'6 and 6'3, where you look at Stuart, barely has anybody over 6 foot. They have somebody 6 foot tall or 6'2", excuse me. But it's all about how you play. We've seen that where size sometimes doesn't mean that you have the typical advantage as far as like old school type of basketball. How they play is more importantly.
Yeah.
And Stuart won the tip-off.
Here is Stuart. They win the tip-off, as Jay just mentioned. Here we go, working to the basket to our left. We have a kicked ball violation. It's going to be out of bounds. It'll stay with Stuart, though.
Archangels Catholic coming out with a little bit of intensity, a little bit of a 1-3-1 trapping zone. Really, really aggressive. And they have their 6'6 center forward, Mason Galenkirchen. Is that it?
Galenkirchen.
Galenkirchen.
On the other end,
on the wing.
Zarnick able to steal the entry pass or the inbound pass, and it's going to be Archangels Catholic with a 2-0 lead early on, 7.5 to go in the first quarter. Here on the right side for Stuart, they have the basketball. It's going to be deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Stuart. Almost a deja vu moment as they're about to inbound it from the same exact spot after it went out of bounds at the same exact spot over by the scores table on the other side of the floor. They inbound it in a very similar spot to the left side. This time it's controlled by Stuart. They bounce past it left side. Here with the basketball inside the lane, working, kicking it out, and it goes out of bounds, and it will go to Archangels Catholic.
Archangels Catholic 1-3-1 zone is more of a trap, right? They put their bigger players out on the wings, so they want to try to stifle you from any penetration, to get any easy shots. And so it's going to be interesting to see how Stuart Broncos really adjust to that, because they haven't seen this type of size, and more importantly, I think our Archangels Catholic is a lot more athletic than they're used to seeing in a game in and game out basis.
So here's the inbound as Stuart coming out with a little bit of an extended defensive pressure as it will be tipped out of bounds. It stays with Archangels, but Stuart is now trying to continue extending that pressure, and they'll force Archangels to get it into the backcourt. Here is number 14 for Archangels. This is Devin Baumgart with the basketball. Now he passes it across the timeline to the right side into Johannes. Now Johannes to the passes to the left side, back to Baumgart. Right side, crossing over. Passes it on the left wing. 3-ball, good on the attempt by Zarnik. He's got 5 early points.
Yeah, Zarnik is a pretty athletic player. He's kind of the tempo setter. Really good move there.
And now we have a takeaway. It's going to be a jump ball that is awarded to the Archangel Catholic defenders as they were able to get the steal from Stuart, went back in transition, and then ultimately they got it ripped out of their hands. Jump ball is the call, though. Good defensive play by Stuart. Inbounds pass here for Archangels Catholic as it's stripped away again by Stuart. Falling over his own feet are the Stuart Broncos, but they get it back. Left side, here it is. A little bit poor spacing offensively by Stuart. Tiptoeing that baseline, gets it in, and a whistle, and that's going to be a blocking foul called on Archangel Catholic.
One thing I will say is Coach Kessler is an energetic coach, and he's up and he's actually getting his steps in, that we'd like to say, up and down the sideline. You can tell it's a byproduct also, or the team is a byproduct of him. The energy intensity is definitely different.
In the lane, the floater no good on the attempt. Offensive rebound, putting it back up, and we're going to have a foul call down low on the defenders as Archangel Catholic, I believe they're going to get number 22, that's Gylan Kirkin.
Yeah, good job there by Ram from Stuart. A really good job being physical in there, getting the ball, then trying to force a shooting foul there, but it's on the floor.
Stuart out near corner, a three-point attempt is blocked out of bounds as it was rejected by Wieseler of Archangels Catholic. Stuart gets it right back, though, still 31 seconds on the possession.
Yeah, Jamison Estill got it, his shot blocked. They need to get it off a little quicker. Things move a little bit faster here at PBA.
Loose ball, and it's taken away by the defenders of Archangels Catholic. Here we go with Wieseler down the floor in the lane. Zarnik layup good. Stuart needs to call a timeout as there it is with 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Head coach John Miller wants to talk things over as Archangels Catholic has exploded to a 7-0 lead with 6:08 to go in the first. So we'll keep it right here just since it is a 30-second timeout. The games to follow in Class B action coming up. To start us off, it will be number 1 seeded Norris Titans going up against the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts. At 1:30 p.m. At 3:15 p.m., it'll be Omaha Skutt Catholic against Douglas County West. Then after the extended break, it'll be Scotts Bluff against Gretna East. And then in the nightcap, one that I'm real interested in, the number 3 seeded Wahoo Warriors going up against the 6 seeded Elkhorn North Wolves.
Yeah, I think Elkhorn North is new on the scene. Obviously, Britt Prince has put the school on the map, but then also Wahoo Warriors coming up a class. Let's see how they adjust to this Class B action.
Stuart gets it across the timeline. Here it is with Ram. Ram has the basketball guarded closely by Baumgart near the logo, now left side. Pass inside the free throw line. Now the floater on the way. Bounces around a couple of times, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Zarnik for Archangels Catholic. Here's Archangels Catholic. Up the floor they go. On the left side, that's going to be a blocking foul. And they're going to say that it was on the floor, I believe. And so a baseline inbound coming up for the Archangel Catholic defenders.
Yeah, Johannes got a little bit. He got lucky right there. It looked like he even had his shoulder dipped. And so sometimes you'll get a charge called on you, even if he's not set, based on you initiating the contact. And it certainly looked like he did there.
A little bit of miscommunication on the inbounds pass as it's going to be tied up. I believe they're going to get a jump ball, which will give it to the Stuart Broncos.
Yeah.
It got kind of funny because Ram's right leg got caught up in between the basketball and a player for Archangels Catholic trying to grasp onto the basketball, so he couldn't move his leg to begin with. Here is Ram as we have a kick ball violation, and it's going to stay with Stuart on this end of the floor. 5.5 to go in the first.
Yeah, I think the length and the speed of Coach Kessler's crew is giving Stuart Broncos a lot of trouble here. They aren't spacing the court very well. They're struggling to even get the ball in, but the intensity that they're playing with has caught them off guard.
Here's Stuart to Ram. Inside-out game as it's defended, taken away. Now in the lane, a bump and a foul as it was on a take by Paxton of Stuart, and it's going to be a defensive foul called on Archangels Catholic.
Yeah, good job there being strong with the ball. A little bit of obviously a contact foul there. So what Stuart has to do is try to keep getting good shots. They missed a couple bunny shots, but more importantly, some rhythm on offense.
Yeah. At the elbow, here's the right side. The layup in the lane is blocked, and there's going to be a foul called against Archangels Catholic, as that is now the fourth team foul of the quarter on Archangels Catholic, and 2 free throws coming up for number 10 for Stuart, and that's Hunter Tubbs.
Yeah, we talked about Archangels Catholic playing that 1-3-1 trapping defense. They have picked up a plethora of fouls here in a little over 2 minutes. Now, what the Stuart Broncos have to do, and obviously we got Hunter Tubbs at the free throw line, you got to cash in on it. Yeah. Now you got to move the ball, and you got to get the ball to the rim in the middle of the lane, up through contact, and really eat up into this deficit that you had from the free throw line. We saw last night Southeast was able to win a game, a 9-0 run, by shooting from the free throw line. It can be done. Situational basketball is a lost art. Coaching it and obviously executing it has not been what it should be. But more importantly for Stuart, you got to get back in the game getting free points.
They missed both of their free throws, does Stuart, and here's Archangels with the basketball in the backcourt as it was close to having a 10-second call. Now Archangels with the basketball, throws it cross court, almost taken away, almost stepping on that line was Zarnik of the timeline. Throws it left side, 3 ball from the far corner, rattles out, no good. And the defensive rebound controlled by Stuart up the floor. A lot of physicality there. Up the floor we go with a still to Tubbs. Jumper won't go. And the rebound collected by Archangels Catholic. Here's the passes. Watch out as that one's flying into the table. How about the athleticism for the young man? He was going to run to the table. He hopped up on top of the table and landed on his feet.
Yeah, you talking about a speed and explosiveness, man. That is
he played it off nonchalantly, too. That might have been the best part of it all.
Yeah, he definitely is a high jumper in track or something. He's pretty springy for a young man.
Here is Archangels Catholic down low. It's knocked out of the hands, gotten back now by Wiesler down low in the lane. Layup is missed by Johannes, and now Johannes misses the bunny. Up the floor we go with Stuart. They don't have numbers, but they go right at him, and the layup is finally good by Ram.
Good job by Ram of not avoiding the charge call. Easy 2 points there for the big man from Stuart.
So here comes Archangels Catholic as they get it poked away from behind. Ram with the basketball, 2-on-1, dumps it off. Left-handed layup is good by number 5. That is Schmaderer. And Archangels Catholic wants to talk things over as Stuart now settling in.
Oh, yeah. You said you were wondering when Stuart was going to be able to kind of get over this nervousness and catch their second win. And right about the 4-minute mark, they turned it up, right? Great move by Ram. And then he rewarded his teammate, Drew Schmaderer, with an easy 2 points. And so, you get 4 points in a row. You get into that deficit you had. You're only down by 3. But more importantly, you control the game from here on out. 4 fouls for Archangels Catholic, 1 for you. You can increase your intensity, right, with fouls to give, but then also double down on that by increasing your offensive output by doing exactly what you did. Getting it up court, getting it up the floor, and beating the zone or the trap or 1-3-1 trap to the hoop, and then you'll live and die at the free throw line.
4 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first quarter, as it is 7-4 Archangels Catholic with a 3-point lead. Jay, we got to talk about the student managers here for a second, because on one side we got dudes in ties and quarter zips. The other side, we got student managers in actual suits.
Yeah, I think they must have had a contest who could be the sharpest dressed, and you got a little bit, what is that, frosty tips down there,
Yeah, a little frosted tips.
Hey, man, you only come to PBA once.
You're
lucky to get here. You got to show out.
Stuart hasn't been to the tournament since 1996. They're showing out for it. On the lane, in transition, here's Archangels Catholic trying to dump it off. A little bit of miscommunication, but they still have the possession. On the right side, it is Wiesler. Wiesler now to the other Wiesler. Weisler back out top of the key to Baumgart. He fires the trifecta. It won't fall. And the offensive rebound for a moment, but then it's chased out of bounds. It's saved from going out of bounds into the hands of Archangels Catholic, as that's got to be a traveling violation. They're going to say he was bobbling the basketball. I mean, guys are still on the floor. This is just absurd. There is no way that we could even call that game
Hey, Nick,
in
I'm
any
gonna tell
sort
you,
of
Nick, I'm going to tell you this.
organized
One time I was coaching a game, and
broadcast.
guy was sliding on his buttocks. The rest said he pivoted off of his right cheek. I did no lie.
No
right there,
way.
number 50 from Archangels, Gage Braun, literally was walking down the court on his two big knee pads.
That was just absolutely absurd. I think the initial call or the actual call, they called it a foul. So somehow in all of that insane and unorganized basketball, there was a foul called on Stuart. And so Archangels Catholic has the ball. Now 7-4 is your score, 3:17 to go in the first quarter. Oh, guess what? Another loose ball, as this one will be a jump ball, and it will go in the direction of Stuart.
I think as you've seen the aggressiveness of the Stuart Broncos start to increase, and obviously Archangels trying to match that, and they're playing, right now you're 1-3-1 full court and half court trap. Sometimes you can be really, really undisciplined and sloppy basketball right now on both sides.
So here is Stuart on the near side. They get it to Tubbs. Tubbs in the lane, the floater, good.
There it is. Tubbs is a good-looking athlete. He's done the size advantage of Archangels has not paid off. And right there, before I could even get into it, our man Drew, Mr. Spring on the table, probably not the best time that you have a foul like that, about 45 feet away from the hoop. Now we got a sub in here. Now, look, Nick, it was 7-0.
It was.
At 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. Now we're at essentially 3 minutes left. So in a minute and 12 seconds, Stuart has not the lead in the momentum standpoint, not on the scoreboard yet.
Here is Archangels Catholic. They get it out to the right wing. The jumper on the way, rattles out, no good, and it's rebounded by Tubbs of Stuart. And now losing it out of bounds is number 11 for Stuart, Jamison Astill. And Stuart was out and running, but had a chance.
If I'm Coach Miller, I like it. I like that we Tubbs cleared the glass, got it up the sideline. I know Astill was looking opposite. I like the way we're playing right now.
Archangels Catholic with the basketball on the right side now, top of the key, working left side Weisler. Weisler now top to Gavin. Gavin back to Weisler, back to Gavin. He pass fakes right now, throws it left to Weisler. He'll fire the trifecta. That one won't fall. And the rebound collected by Stuart, and we're going to have another jump ball. That'll give it to Archangels Catholic.
The Guinness Book of World Records, the jump balls here in the first quarter.
I think that's 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's right now, and they're both all legit except for maybe a couple of them to go. The over-aggressive. Sometimes when you're really, really nervous, Nick, you're just running around and playing in a hurry. They got to settle down and start playing some basketball here.
Here is Weisler now left side to Braun. Back to Gavin. Gavin with the basketball on the right side, Weisler cross-court pass to Zarnik. Zarnik has 7 points on 3 of 3 from the field, but instead Weisler takes the floater. That one won't fall as Astill tries to fight for it. Loose ball. It's going to be controlled by Archangels Catholic. Right-handed layup in the lane is no good, and it's tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be thrown off of Stuart.
Really good play there by number 12, Gavin. It's suspended in air and threw it off the Stuart defender to keep possession. I mean, obviously, it's kind of like the basketball foul is, sloppy basketball right now, but the effort is there, and eventually some more efficient play will come.
The three-pointer on the way is good by guess who? Tucker Zarnik, as now it is 10-6 Archangels Catholic, and Zarnik has all 10. Here on the left side, guess what? This probably is going to be a jump ball again. No, it's not. Stuart gets the basketball back. Now in the lane, Tubbs, left-handed layup, blocked from behind, off the glass. It's going to roll out of bounds, and it will be Stuart basketball.
Oh, man, there was a scrum right here at half court. You got it to Tubbs. Tubbs against Johannes, 6'4" against 6'6". Johannes, big block, but off the Archangels defender. Stuart has possession still.
Here is baseline inbound. Stuart with the basketball in the lane. Shot ripped out of the hands. Great job defensively by Braun, as Braun finds his teammate with 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 10-6 Archangels Catholic. Left side, Weisler for 3. Airball, missed everything, and it is saved from going out of bounds by Archangels Catholic. The putback no good, and now that layup is airballed as the Stuart Broncos get the defensive rebound. Here we go with Stuart. They have Latau out there as well. He has the basketball on the right side. Latau with it near the logo, gives it to a steal. 1:05 to play as that one's off the leg. Saved from going out of bounds. That should have been a backcourt violation, as now Still has the basketball across the timeline. Still to Litau. Litau on the left side gets it back to the free throw line. Pass down low. Tried to do too much with that one. Too much unselfish basketball, Jay Foreman.
Paxton should have made that, or just had that shot attempt. Now he had a wide open layup missed by Johannes. You know, right now Stuart is sped up to the pace. I think they like this pace right here that they're playing.
Tubbs, the floater will not fall. 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. Up the floor, Johannes. Johannes on the right side. Now top of the key as they're with the basketball. Archangels Catholic, about a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On the right side, here is Baumgart. Baumgart gives it into the fingernail, and the jumper on the way off the glass.
What is that called, Nick? The ATM. It's always open. The bank shot from the big man. Got him off the snide there.
Johannes with his first points of the game. Now a pass almost taken away. Still fires one from the logo. It's no good, and it will go out of bounds with 1.6 on the game clock.
Yeah, a little bit of a panic there by Still. Probably mad at himself, but you know what? It's not that bad of a thought because of you're barely getting over half court and you're barely able to kind of get crisp passes. You want to at least give yourself a shot at it. Now it's 1.6 seconds. You do have a foul to give. You just don't want to make sure you don't want to give up an easy layup.
Here at the right side, the shot will not count. And at the end of the first quarter of very much discombobulated basketball, Archangels Catholic leads at 12-6 over Stuart. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena, just underway in the second quarter. Here on the left side, Stuart, that pass taken away in Angels Catholic just turned it back over to Stuart, and so Stuart is going to get the basketball. That's a tongue twister when you say it so often.
Not really. I haven't.
You haven't messed it up. No. You haven't said it as much as I have.
Hey, number 22's last name though.
That's right. Here is. On the right side, Zarnik gets the layup to fall. It's Tucker Zarnik with 12 points on 5 of 5 from the field.
Yeah, Zarnik comes in averaging 6 points a game. He's doubled that already. We have barely through one quarter of basketball.
7:25 to go, first half. Here on the right side is number 5. That Schmaderer might have taken a knee to the face, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Archangels.
He said, listen, he asked the ref. He's like, I got kicked in the mouth.
Yeah, look at him.
He's tough as nails, though.
Inside inbound pass. They get it to Zarnik. Zarnik crosses over across the timeline. Right side now. It's to Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen with the basketball. Now right side, Zarnik. Another one on the way. And you didn't want to leave him open, but he misses it. Now on the right side, as still just someone intentionally pushed him in the back. No whistle, though. Cross-court pass on the far side is Johans. Johans passes it to 20 Wiesler, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Archangels Catholic.
Good job by Johannes of a baseline drive right there. It tried to get it to his teammate. And you know what, Nick? I think also if they're not used to playing, I'm assuming these are game balls.
Yeah.
You saw a lot last night where it's slipping out of would-be scoring opportunities for the offensive player.
Here's Littau as he stepped on the boundary line. It is out of bounds to Archangels Catholic, and they lead it 14-6.
Yeah, Archangels Catholic has been able to get out fast, hold the lead, get a couple easy buckets, and Stuart has not been able to take the rhythm that they had when they went 6-0 run and continue that.
Here on the right side, it's Guyland Kirkin. Guyland Kirkin with the basketball, top of the key now to Baumgart. Baumgart to Zarnik, back to Baumgart. 6.5 to play, second quarter. On the right side, now bounce into the elbow, down low, pass taken away, and we'll have a foul called down low on Stuart.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure how Stuart fouled there.
Yeah.
They were in front of the Archangels Catholic
I was just about
player.
to say that. Littau, number 12, he had tipped the pass and was going to recover it and got thrown down, but wrong place, wrong time.
Here on the right side is Zarnik. Entry pass down low in the lane. The layup does not fall. The putback is good. Nice job by Weisler.
Yeah, good job by Weisler. Missed it there. Tubbs gave him a little bit of trouble. Stick to it, and it's paid off for him right there.
Here in the lane on the left side is Ram. Ram finds his teammate down low. It's blocked out of his hands on Paxton's attempt, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Excellent job there by Cade Ram, being patient, almost at the free throw line, and then also his teammate really dove. We call it drive and dive, Nick, right there by number 25, Paxton, at the free throw line, potentially with 2 points.
First one is good, so Stuart now has 7 points.
Yeah, it was a really good, I think against this 1-3-1 trap, we saw this actually with Southeast with Chewy against the North Star. You get it to the middle, you create with one-on-one opportunity for your middle guy, and that's what Stuart did right there.
So the second free throw is also good here for Stuart as Archangels Catholic has the basketball. Johannes brings it up the floor now to Weisler. Back to Johannes. Back to Weisler on a cut towards the rim, and the layup is good. Good ball movement there.
Yeah, right there. A little bang, bang, 2 points. Answer the call. They're not giving Stuart any room to breathe.
As Stuart now on the right side, ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Stuart Broncos.
I think the Archangels Catholic, the length, the speed, the intensity, and the scrappiness has paid off. It has not been aesthetically pleasing basketball on either end. But I think Archangels Catholic has played this type of basketball longer, right? And we just didn't know who was going to – style was going to really show, earlier. And obviously they've played this way. They're more like a tidied up type of unit. I think Stuart is really struggling with getting in places to have good shots and knowing who needs those shots in order to effectively come back. Right now, they have some of their best ball handlers deeper away from where the action is, and maybe some of their worst ball handlers and decision makers at the top of the key or towards the half court line. They need to probably flip that.
It is 18-8, 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. Archangels Catholic leads it by 10. It's their largest lead of the day. As on the left side, Johannes with the basketball. Now to Baumgart, right side. Here it is, down low. I can't see who that is, Johannes. Now Weisler fighting for a loose ball. Stuart has the basketball. As now underneath, here is Stuart. Stuart on the right side. As it's back to Tubbs. Tubbs in the lane. Center layup will not fall, but 2 free throws coming for Hunter Tubbs.
Hey, man. Nick, I've never seen anything like that in my life, man. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Esto had the ball, went to pass it, bounced it off of number 50, Gage Braun from Archangels Catholic, and then passed it.
Yep.
It looked like the Gong Show.
It's like I've never seen that.
You seen it sometime on TikTok where you take the ball, just bounce it off somebody's head like the Harlem Globetrotters?
I have seen that, yes. Tubbs makes the first one. It's 18-9. Second one on the way. High arcing free throw. It's good. So here we go with Archangels Catholic. As they have it on the right side, it's Weisler. Weisler across the line. Now into the lane, kicks it out near corner. 3 ball on the way. No good by the other Weisler, but the putback is good by Zarnik. Good job being there. Right place, right time.
Yeah, Zarnik is having the game of his life right now at PBA. Come in averaging 6 points. I think he has close to 14 right now.
He has 12 points on the day. That's all right. On the left
14.
side, Tubbs. Right. That's right. They did not update. Thank you. Banks open on a 3-point attempt by number 2, Ram, as Stuart gets a much-needed trifecta. Here comes Archangels Catholic up the right side. It's Weisler with the basketball. Weisler on it. Throws it top of the key now. Back to Weisler on the right wing. Here it is this is number 2, Noah Weisler. Now inside, the elbow jumper, no good on the attempt by Baumgart, but getting their own miss and putting it back up is number 20. That is Ethan Weisler.
Yeah, Ethan Weisler did a really good job. He missed the first attempt. He stuck with it, got an easy 2 points on the putback.
4 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tubbs inside the left side of the lane. The layup is good. Shot starting to fall now for number 25 on Stuart. That is Paxton, and Stuart trails by 7. Here's Archangels Catholic. Baumgart pushing the pace. Nobody stopped ball, but he misses the layup. Rebound fought for. It's going to go out of bounds and to the Stuart Broncos.
Yeah, I like this pace now. It's starting to pick up, and you're starting to see why both teams came in with 19 and 18 wins respectively, and you're starting to see the basketball be a little bit better and efficient. So I think I like Benjamin Paxton's move down here on the offensive end. He went underneath Gage Braun for an easy 2 points. Look for him to reverse that in the middle of the lane and try to get an and one next time next time he gets a chance.
Here on the near side, it's a steal, and he's going to be able to draw the reach-in foul. I believe they're going to get number 50. That's Gage Braun on the reach-in.
And also say this, Nick, I think Archangels Catholic's bench is way significantly deeper. Yeah. And obviously Coach Kessler has done a good job of getting them in early, so he's okay with these amount of fouls, kind of like what we saw with Joey Werning in Southeast last night. Now, if you're Coach Miller from Stuart, you got to keep this effectiveness and efficiency on offense to get back into this game before halftime.
Here on the left side, pass stolen away by Archangels Catholic. As Archangels Catholic will bring it up across the timeline. 22-15 is your score. Baumgart down low. Working now is Mundo. Mundo layup good.
Good job. Mundo just came into the game and paid dividends. Really good job of the power dribble by the 6'3" forward.
Here is Stuart on the right side driving baseline. Stuart, the floater, good. Nice job getting it over the outstretched arm of Mundil as Paxton puts another 2 points on the board. Up the floor we go. Here's Mundil. Mundil on the right side for Archangels Catholic with it. And Archangels Catholic leads by 7, 24-17 with 3:02 to play in the second quarter. Here inside the right elbow, back out to Braun. Braun passes back out to Baumgart. Baumgart now right side to Weisler, and Weisler travels.
Yeah, and that's what you want, right? If you're Stuart Broncos, you want to try to force Archangels Catholic into some unforced errors, some travel, some walks, some mishaps as far as ball handling, and get back into. I think they're getting a lot more easy shots, especially for Benjamin Paxton. So they work it around him, and him and Tubbs play off each other. I think they can get back into this game easily.
Here on the right side, it is Hunter Tubbs. Tubbs with the basketball. Now to Paxton. Benjamin Paxton kicks it out to Ram for 3, and it's good.
Hold it up there, Ram. That was pretty sweet. Corner 3 from the guard.
Yep. As Archangels Catholic leads by just 4 points now. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Left side, it's Weisler. Now left elbow, kicks it back out. Now to Weisler on the left wing. Weisler takes 2 dribbles in, bounces it to his teammate. Now the jumper from the free throw line will not go, but it's an offensive rebound after being tipped around, as now Johannes may have he got called for traveling, and he slipped and fell, and you heard the thud on the hardwood.
That was a little double whammy there. I think his feet came up from underneath him as he was trying to do
Slipped
a jump.
on a banana peel.
Yeah, jump stop there. Kind of looked like you yesterday walking into PBA.
Kind of looked like you playing the Sooners. Yeah. Now here on – if we can go toe-to-toe, Jay Foreman. You know what? That was uncalled for. I'm sorry, Jay.
No, it wasn't. No, you're not sorry.
It wasn't uncalled for? Okay,
no,
cool.
It was uncalled for, but you're not sorry. It's fine.
I am sorry. You were so quick to talk about the incident outside that happened to me that I let emotion get the best of me.
I will tell you, I was pleasantly surprised that you had some athletic ability to be able to recover.
And just because of your mistakes doesn't mean that you weren't a great football player.
But here, look. As we just turn around, all jokes aside, right? You're down by 10 at one point in time. You're down by 7 points, 7-0 at the start of the game. You look up here, Stuart Broncos on a little bit of a mini run here, 6-0 run over the last minute and 15 seconds. They're down by 3, potentially be 2 after this free throw.
Here is the free throw, no good after the Jay Foreman jinx. And here comes Baumgart, he loses the basketball. Stewart gets it back. Here comes Rom. Nobody in front of him. The layup is no good, but he is bumped and fouled from behind by Wiesler. And Archangels Catholic is shooing at the referee. They are not fans of that call.
Yeah, Coach Kessler is upset, and along with the fans, they didn't like that. Triple team at half court, lost it. Good job there by number 2, Cade Ram, trying to finish with his left hand. He would have loved it for the and one, but he's got to be cash money at the free throw line right now.
It is 24-21. Rom the first free throw. It is good. It's now 24-23.
Well, you saw Archangels Catholic come out like gangbusters, 7-0, and really dictated the pace in just a matter of 45 seconds. I think the Stuart Broncos has actually found their rhythm, both offensively and defensively, to inch their way back within one. Nick, there's 2 minutes left. They could go into halftime leading the game. Excuse me.
We got ourselves a ball game. It's a 1-point lead for Archangels Catholic. They have the basketball 24-23. They're in front. As Baumgart has it on the right side. Now to Johannes. Johannes back to Baumgart. Archangels Catholic hesitating, not sure where they want to go with the basketball. They pass it right side, now back up top of the key. Back to the right wing here in the lane, as that should have been loose ball on the floor. Guess what? Another jump ball. They're going to say out of bounds.
Yeah,
oh boy.
Tubbs came over there to try to get cause a jump ball. But before that, I thought that might have been a travel there, Nick.
That's what I thought, too.
Gavin, jump up in the air and come back down without a shot. I think that's a textbook travel.
So here on the top of the key, it's Baumgart. Baumgart with it. As 3 seconds on the possession. Left side 3-ball on the way. No good on the attempt, and it's rebounded by Stewart. They can take the lead with a 2-point bucket. Here is Tubbs. Tubbs spin moves on the left side, kicks it out. 3-ball. Paxton shot is blocked. Paxton gets it back. Here on the right side for Stewart. Down low, it's Tubbs. Tubbs on the block. Puts it up with the contact. Hits the bucket and the foul. And Hunter Tubbs going to the line to shoot one more.
Hunter Tubbs, the big man, 6'4" center with the frosty tips.
That's right.
And one big-time move. Stuart Broncos with the lead. Just came back, clawing back, Nick.
Yep. 25-24, 1:04 to go in the first half. The free throw high, arcing, and Hunter Tubbs has a nice looking free throw shot as it's now 26-24. 1:02 to play, ball in the second quarter. Up the right side. It will be thrown off of Stewart. No, they're going to say a foul called against Benjamin Paxton of Stewart. By the way, so Archangels Catholic has made a little bit of a roster mistake. They have number 12 listed as Gavin is his last name. Guylan Kirkin is his first name. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Gavin Guylan Kirkin. So,
and his brother is Mason.
That is right. So number 12, Gavin Guylan Kirkin, he is in there for Archangels Catholic. So on the top of the key now, Baumgart. Baumgart with it on the right side now. It is Mundill. Mundill to Baumgart. Now back left side to Gavin Guylan Kirkin, as that ball loose, but Gavin gets it right back. Guylan Kirkin with the basketball on the left side, and we're going to have a bump and a foul called against the Stewart defense.
Yeah, Stewart, Coach Miller and the Stewart Broncos, they're okay with that because you know how they got back in the game, Nick, playing that type of defense. It's only the third foul. 42 seconds left. He trusts his team not to get in the penalty before.
Sideline inbound here for Archangels as they are able to get it in. Left side pass knocked away. It's saved from going out of bounds for just a moment, but now Stewart's going to be on the sideline. It will be 26-24. Stewart with a 2-point lead. Archangels Catholic with the basketball and 37 seconds to play in the second quarter. Here is Baumgart for Archangels Catholic. On the right side is Johannes. Johannes passes it inside, back out to Johannes. Now to the top of the key. Back to Johannes on the right side. Cross-court pass, left wing, 3-ball. Gavin Guylan Kirkin, he can't connect. Offensive rebound, Johannes, high off the glass, and it falls. We're all squared up at 26 apiece.
Yeah, second time Johannes has used the bank. Good there. Good shot. High arcing shot there from the 6'6" forward.
11 seconds to go in the second quarter as Ram on the left side. Now to Tubbs. Tubbs in the lane. The tough contested floater will not fall, but a foul is called, and Tubbs will go to the free throw line to shoot two. A lot of passion in the arena here today.
Yeah, both fan bases have got up early to get down here to this game, but I'm going to tell you more importantly about the passion, Nick. This is a physical game, okay? Johannes and number 25, Benjamin Paxton, have been going at it. Now you bring in even some more beef. Number 50, Trey Wallinger, the 6-foot sophomore forward, He's in for a rebounding edge. You got 4.3 seconds left. You get Paxton Benjamin a little bit of rest here before halftime. Now you're trying to stop them from scoring.
Here is Archangels Catholic. They get the rebound after the missed free throw, but it is going to be a jump ball. Stuart will have the basketball. It's going to be, I'm sorry. It's going to be Archangels Catholic basketball with 1.7 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's Archangels Catholic with less than 2 seconds on the game clock. They get into Johannes. It's a steal, and there's the end of the first half. Your score, the Stuart Broncos 27 and the Archangels Catholic Defenders 26. We got ourselves a ball game here as Stuart finishes the second quarter on a 12-2 run in the final 3 minutes and 17 seconds of quarter number 2. We'll step aside, come back in just a few minutes from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchase from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert alongside you, as we'll have a special guest joining the broadcast in the second half of the game, as Jay Foreman unfortunately had to step out. He'll be back later on this afternoon. I'll also be joined by Eric Strickland later on today and this evening for some games from Pinnacle Bank Arena. So E. Strick will join me on the call for a couple of them as we go through the rest of the afternoon and evening. Class B is on the docket later on this afternoon and evening. We'll kick things off in Class B shortly after 1:30 p.m. with Norris and Pius. Pius, the 8th seed, they got in because they went on the road and knocked off Crete on the road in the district final game. Norris, the number 1 seed in Class B. All right, but here today at the half, your score: Stuart 27, Archangels Catholic 26. Stuart out in front by 1 point. They ended the first half on a 12-2 run over the last 3 minutes and 17 seconds. In a first half that was discombobulated, it was not very organized. But then in the later stages of that second quarter, we started to see it. Both the teams, I should say, settle in. Both teams started to limit turnovers. At the half, Stuart has committed 11 turnovers in comparison to Archangels' 9 turnovers through the first 2 quarters. And really for Archangels Catholic in that first half, the only guy that could really score points, it was Tucker Zarnick. He has 14 on 6 of 7 shooting the basketball. He also added 3 rebounds and 2 steals. For Stuart, they've been a little bit more balanced with the help of Rom and also Hunter Tubbs. Rom has 10 points on 3 of 4 from the field. He most importantly is 2 for 2 from beyond the 3-point line, which we've seen over the course of the entire day. And even going back to last week's girls' state tournament, 3-point shooting can be a real bugaboo for a lot of the teams here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Tubbs, though, 8 points on 2 of 6 from the field. He's done a lot of his damage at the free throw line. He has 4 of 7 from the charity stripe in those first 2 quarters. As a team, Stuart is shooting 47% from the field. Archangels Catholic shooting 40%. Both teams have hit just 2 threes, but the volume of 3-point attempts dramatically higher, double the amount. Archangels Catholic has 10 attempts, while Stuart has just 2 of 5 through those first 2 quarters. Once again, Nick Sainert with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. We'll step aside, come back in about 2.5 minutes, and start the third quarter of action from Class D2 quarterfinal action here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. The winner of this one gets top-seeded St. Mary's tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Central Time over at the Devaney Center. Once again, we'll step aside, come back in a few short minutes with the start of the third quarter as both teams have just emerged from the tunnels. They'll get some shots up, and we're ready to go here in just a short time from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert with you. Jay Foreman had to step out, and we are joined by a gentleman who I see every morning. He wanted to come on down and see some state basketball. That's Chris Raff. What's up, Raffy?
What's up, Nick?
Oh, that's a little loud. Let's change that just
Hello,
a little
everyone.
bit. There he is. Raff is here to add his insights as we have the start of the second half here. Third quarter, 27-26 is your score. Stuart with the basketball. They work with it to the hoop to our right now as Rom has it taken away. Back the other way we go with Baumgart. Baumgart pushing the pace, 1-on-3 break, and it will be a foul called defensively on the Stuart Broncos. Stuart, they tried to draw the charge on number 5, Schmaderer, as he got stood in the lane, but they're going to call a blocking foul instead, and that will send Baumgart to the line to shoot 2 shots. Archangels Catholic at one point led by as many as 10 with 5 minutes to go in that second quarter. They led it at one point 20-10, but then since then, if you want to go overall, Stuart went on a 17-6 run to close out that final 5 minutes of game time in the first half to take that set 27-26 lead into the locker room. And missing both free throws for Archangels Catholic is Baumgart, and up the floor we go with Rom. They're going to say he stepped on the boundary. It'll be Archangels Catholic basketball as he tried to tiptoe that sideline, getting harassed defensively there by number 22, Mason Geilenkirchen. And Archangels Catholic will have the basketball with 7:45 to play in the third quarter as Archangels Catholic has it on the right side. Baumgart with the basketball, throws it left side now, working is it to Wiesler. Wiesler down, trying to get it to the opposite block, unable to get it. They're going to say Johannes tipped it last, and they gave it to Stuart. And so both the officials are saying they didn't see it, so there's no help available to the baseline official, and Stuart will keep the basketball. Here on the right side is Stuart. It's Paxton. No, Rom. Rom, cross-court left wing. Now pass deflected into the Stuart bench. That one will stay for sure with the Broncos on the sideline inbounds pass.
No instant replay in high school
No
basketball.
instant replay in high school basketball. 7:24 to go, third quarter, 27-26 is your score. Down low, Hunter Tubbs kicks it near corner, 3 ball on the way is still, and he's unable to connect. The defensive rebound corralled in the middle of 2 Stuart jerseys by Johannes, and we have a foul called against the Stuart Broncos. 7:16 to go in the third quarter. It's 27-26. Stuart out in front by 1 point over the Archangel Catholic defenders. They inbound it here as Stuart will extend the defensive pressure. Archangels Catholic with the basketball. Zarnik gives it to Baumgart. Baumgart now to Johannes. Johannes to Weisler. Weisler bounced it off his leg. Body's on the hardwood. Tubbs comes up with it for a moment. Gets it ripped away. And we're going to have a jump ball, which the possession arrow will now keep it with Archangels Catholic. And so it's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Archangels basketball. So 7:01 to go in the third quarter. 27-26 is your score as they'll inbound it to Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen driving baseline gets cut off by Tubbs. And the Bass will now go out of bounds. Last touched by a Stuart defender. And it will go to Archangels Catholic. Tough spot to inbound from the corner near their bench, but they get it in easily into the backcourt. Johannes now to Baumgart. Baumgart near the logo for Archangels Catholic. Here's Baumgart right side to Zarnik. Zarnik with it, holds it over his head into the far corner right in front of the Archangels Catholic bench with 3 to shoot. Baumgart readjusts himself in midair. Good body control, but can't hit the floater. And the rebound is corralled by Schmaderer of Stuart. The Broncos going out in offense here on the right side. It's Rom. He lost the basketball, gets it back now out to Tubbs. Tubbs top of the key to Paxton, he tries to get it into Tubbs. Bodies on top of each other. Tubbs' legs are on top of Johannes. And guess what? In this discombobulated game, we have another jump ball, and it's going to be Stuart basketball this time around. That is the 8th jump ball of the game.
Getting a lot of bodies.
27-26 is your score. You're right. Tubbs, his shot's blocked, and he's fouled now by Weisler. And so with 6:20 to go in the third quarter, Weisler commits another foul, and it's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Hunter Tubbs. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. We've already had quite a few fouls called in this first minute and 40 seconds of game time in the second half. 27-26 is your score. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to play. Tubbs missed the first free throw, by the way. We're still scoreless on both sides here in the third quarter as Tubbs misses both free throws. And Gage Braun collects the miss for Archangels Catholic. Here comes Baumgart. Baumgart, he throws it top of the key. Braun, left side Johannes. Johannes, top of the key now to Baumgart. Baumgart passes right side on the right wing to Zarnik. Back to Baumgart, almost taken away by a still. Now left side Johannes. 3 ball on the way for Archangels. That will not go. And the putback by Zarnik does not hit. Now the third try is not a charm, but they are fouled by Stuart.
2 more bodies on the floor of that play.
Yeah, so we're going to see, I think Johannes has some blood on his left side. I was back near the locker room during halftime, and there were multiple Archangel Catholic players that said, where do I got to go to get blood cleaned up? They had some scrapes and scratches and other markings on their bodies that they had to fix and clean up before the start of the third quarter. But now Johannes has to get that left wrist taped, it appears, because of some blood and a cut on that left wrist. So we're ready to go. 5:53 to go in the third quarter. 27-26 is your score. 2 free throws coming up for number 22, and that is Mason Geilenkirchen, the 5'10 senior. He bounces the ball twice, fires away, and he finally breaks the scoring drought for both sides here in the third quarter from the free throw line. Both teams were 0 for 2 in the third quarter up until that point from the charity stripe here in just the third quarter alone. Geilenkirchen spins the basketball backwards and launches it, and it's good for another free throw. It's now 28-27. 5:52 to play in the third quarter. Here comes Stuart trying to push the pace. Hunter Tubbs with the basketball at the top of the key. Lost his dribble for a moment, so he had to pick it up. Now to Rom. He fires the 3, and it's good. Rom, it gives Stuart a 2-point lead, 30-28 with 5.5 to play in the third. Here comes Zarnik. Zarnik for Archangels Catholic. He lies on the floor, and we're going to have a foul called against Stuart. as there's a scrum on the floor. They were trying to go back and forth. Stuart was trying to tie it up with Archangels Catholic, but instead Stuart is going to be whistled for a foul. We're going to have another stoppage in play, and it looks like Hunter Tubbs has to come out of the game because he's bleeding from the right elbow. 5.5 to go in the third quarter, so we'll have a stoppage in play.
This game's like a rugby game.
Yeah, right? 30-28 is your score. Stuart out in front by 2 points. Archangels Catholic, though, with the basketball. As Hunter Tubbs gets cleaned up on the Stuart sideline, he's getting wrapped up. That seems to be the answer to everything is if you're bleeding on a part of your body, just get it wrapped up with some gauze and some athletic tape, and you'll be good to go. I mean, there's guys that have multiple wrappings on their body. As a risky pass inbounds it, but Baumgart is able to control it for Archangels Catholic. Here comes Baumgart left side, Zarnik. Zarnik to Johannes. Johannes on the right side, guarded by a Still. 30-28, and now Johannes lost the basketball out of bounds. Just a dribbling mishap, and it's going to be Stuart Bronco basketball.
Can I ask you a question, Nick?
What's up?
Does that guy have to buy 2 pairs of shoes, or is that a pair of shoes?
They're 2 different color shoes. They are in now. They actually make them that way, as the layup is no good, but a blocking foul is called, and I believe we're going to get a technical foul. It's going to be on number 22, or maybe it was going to be a flop warning. I apologize. So it looks like a flop warning is going to be the call on Geilenkirchen. And so 32-28, it was a different official that came in and called the second violation. And so he, with his back to us, we weren't necessarily able to see what the motion was. But ultimately, it is a free throw that is good after the and one opportunity. The pass up the floor. It's out of the reach of Zarnik, and it goes out of bounds. And head coach for Archangels Catholic, that is Eric Kessler. He wants a full timeout. It's a 6-0 run over the last 45 seconds for the Stuart Broncos. And so I had to clarify, and once again, sorry for the delay in words there, but we had to clarify what happened. So, because one official called that the basket was good. Okay, so they called it a goaltend on the floor. So the free throw was only one free throw because they called it a goaltending on the floor. And so that is why it was a 3-point play. Stuart now leads 33-28 with 5:02 to go in the third quarter. We have a pause in the action. And so once again, just as we have a timeout on the floor, to remind you the games that are coming up later on this afternoon and evening as we turn our attention to Class B action. It'll be Norris and Lincoln Pius X at 1:30. Eric Strickland will join me on the call for that one. Then I will reunite with Jay Foreman for 3:15's tip-off with Omaha Skutt Catholic and Douglas County West. And then Eric Strickland will join me for the 2 games this evening at 6 p.m. and 7:45 between Scotts Bluff and Gretna East and Wahoo and Elkhorn North, respectively. So 5:04 to go in the third quarter. It's a third quarter that feels like it's been taking a long time to get through. We're only 3 minutes into the third quarter as we have a foul again on Archangels Catholic. Already 6 fouls called within the first 3 minutes of game time here in the third quarter. So a lot of stoppages here in the early goings of the second half. Stuart with the basketball on the left side now. They have it to Schmaderer. Schmaderer left side, Tubbs. Tubbs jumper, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be another jump ball. This time it will go in the direction of the Archangels Catholic defenders. So 33-28 is your score. 4:48 to play in the third quarter. Archangels Catholic with the basketball. They have it, throws it directly in front of us to Johannes. Johannes in the lane, steps through. And guess what? Another whistle. They're going to wave the shot off. They're going to say it's on the floor, but another whistle here with 4:42 to go in the third quarter. 33-28 is your score. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to play in quarter number 3 here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Baseline inbound here is Zarnik will be the inbounder for Archangels Catholic. Zarnik inbounds it far corner. Baumgart fires the three on the way, and he drills it from the far side right in front of the defender's bench. And it's 33-31 now as Archangels Catholic hits a much-needed three. It's just their third three-pointer of the ball game. Tubbs has it. He picked up his dribble, gives it to his teammate, back to Tubbs as Tubbs has it on the right side. Hunter Tubbs on the day, 8 points on 2 of 7 from the field. Schmaderer for three to try to answer. It's off front iron. Rebound fought for and won by Tubbs. Now a whistle and another foul called by Tucker on Tucker Zarnik. That is number 3 on Zarnik.
A lot of fouls.
33-31 your score. As 2 free throws coming up for Hunter Tubbs. We're halfway through the third quarter, and both teams are in the bonus. They're telling us 10 fouls have been called in the first 3 minutes and 48 seconds. 5 apiece. At least it's even. I guess, you know what? I guess it's even. At least it's even.
They're calling it fair.
On the second free throw after Tubbs missed the first one, it's no good as well. I think that might have hit off the top of the backboard, but it doesn't matter because it did not go in. And so as we have a trap, it's out of bounds, and on the deflected pass, Weisler will get it back after he threw it off of the Stuart body. Weisler to inbound. This is Noah Weisler. He gets it into Baumgart. Baumgart passes now to Gavin Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen with it on the right side. Geilenkirchen picks up his dribble in the far corner, picks it up to the right wing. Now back to Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen to Braun at the elbow, left side Weisler. Noah Weisler with 13 on the possession, passes it right side now to Gavin Geilenkirchen. He tries to step through in the lane, high off the glass. Gavin Geilenkirchen. It didn't look pretty, but it was in, and it's now tied up 33-all with 3:38 to play in the third quarter. Here's Schmaderer. Schmaderer to Tubbs. Tubbs at the top of the key. Passes it right side. Now with it, it's Letau. Letau to Schmaderer. Shot fake. Dribble drive in the lane. Reverse. And he can't get the layup to go. But Schmaderer is going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots after the foul on Noah Weisler.
I think we could play in this game, Nick. With all the stoppages.
I know, right? We'd be able to catch our breath.
We don't have
Raph.
to run any.
We'd be able to catch our breath. 33-33 your score. 3:25 to play in the third quarter. The first free throw by Schmaderer, no good. It bounced off to the right side.
And we like to tackle people.
Yeah. Well, I'm okay. There's a reason I played baseball. 33-33 is your score. 3:25 to go in the third quarter. The second free throw is also no good. Man, somebody hit some free throws. You got Stuart, who's now 11 for 20. Archangels Catholic just 2 for 4. Now top of the key near the logo, it's Baumgart. We're all tied up still, 33-all. On the right side, Weisler to Baumgart. He'll fire the wide open three, and he drains it. Archangels Catholic is on a little bit of a run of their own, and they now lead it 36-33. As they take it away, we have a foul called, and Schmaderer is going to be whistled for a personal foul. That will be number 3 on Schmaderer. A sarcastic exaggeration of a cheer from Archangels Catholic fans as they feel like they've gotten the short end of the stick on a lot of the foul calls here in the game. But you look up at the scoreboard and you see both teams in the bonus with 2:59 to go in the third quarter. They're calling it on everybody. Here is Archangels Catholic, the 2 free throw shots coming up as the first one is no good. That should have been a lane violation, but it's no good as Gage Braun thought that there was only 1 free throw awarded. But at the line, by the way, it's Mundill, number 24, Kellen Mundill. The second free throw for Mundill. That one is good. All right. As now it's 37-33 Archangels Catholic. Here's Schmaderer. He passes it right side. Pass taken away. And as Gavin Geilenkirchen dives into the scores table, it will be Stuart basketball. 2:53 to play in the third. 37-33 is your score. So here, top of the key, that pass taken away by Baumgart. Baumgart for Archangels Catholic going right at Schmaderer. Great strip by Schmaderer. He saves it from going out of bounds. Bodies race into the basketball. It's Rom in the lane. Layup good. 37-35 after the Stuart transition layup. Now here is Geilenkirchen, and that's going to be a foul called on Stuart.
I thought there might have been a travel before that.
I believe so as well. I was surprised to see a foul. Well, I guess I can't be surprised in today's game, but surprised to see that was the judgment by the referee as Geilenkirchen's at the line to shoot 2 shots because guess what? Archangels Catholic is in the bonus. 2 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. The first free throw on the way, and it is no good. Maybe it's not a bad thing. Everybody's struggling from the free throw line. I don't know if it's the depth perception. I don't know if it's the just being exhausted from running up and down the floor so much, diving on the hardwood. But guys don't have their legs underneath them right now. As on the second free throw, it's also no good. It will not fall off back iron. And here comes Rom. Rom pushing the pace with Stuart down 2. They'll fire the 3. Stuart can't hit. Offensive rebound, Hunter Tubbs. He puts it back up. And we are tied with 2:25 to go in the third quarter. And a big foot stomp by Archangels Catholic head coach Eric Kessler in frustration. Up the floor we go with Mundill. Mundill working on Tubbs in the lane. Layup no good. And the rebound collected by Latau. He fires it up the floor to Tubbs in the lane. The layup is good with the blocking foul. And Hunter Tubbs is going to the charity stripe to shoot one more. 39-37, 2:06 to go in the third quarter. Hunter Tubbs, he now has 13 points, and he'll go to the line to shoot another free throw. He is 5 for 11 from the free throw line today. And one more is coming up with 2:06 to go in the third quarter. The free throw on the way. It's good, and it's 40-37 as Stuart is on a 7-0 run. Archangels Catholic with the basketball. Here's Baumgart. Baumgart in the lane. Gets deflected, and we're fouled by Tubbs. Hunter Tubbs commits his second personal foul here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. So going to the line to shoot 2 shots for Archangels Catholic is number 14, Devin Baumgart. The first one, no good. That's what they call a good foul, I suppose, when you miss one from the free throw line. Stuart leads by 3, 40-37. They're on a 7-0 run. They trailed at one point 37-33 after they had initially led already in the game. They missed both free throws. Archangels Catholic now 3 for 10 from the free throw line. Here's Rom. Rom gets it now to near the logo. It freshly checked into the game. It's Cage Krieger. Krieger to Tubbs. Tubbs steps through and is able to hit the floater. It's 42-37. Stuart with a 5-point lead. Archangels Catholic down by 5. They have the basketball across the timeline. Here's Baumgart. Baumgart on the right side. Now to Gavin Geilenkirchen. Zarnik, Baumgart, trifecta. 42-40. Stuart leads by 2 after the Archangels Catholic 3-pointer from the top of the key by Devin Baumgart. Loose ball back in the backfield as we have a timeout called by Stuart. With 1:04 to go in the third quarter, let's step aside, come back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here, Pinnacle Bank Arena, 42-40 your score, 1:04 to go in the third quarter. Nick Sander alongside Chris Raff as Stuart out in front by 2 points over Archangels Catholic. Both teams on a little bit of a roll. Archangels Catholic has hit 4 of their last 5, while Stuart 3 of their last 3 from the field. As a team, Stuart hitting 52% of their shots.
No timeouts over no fouls caught over that timeout there.
That's right. No whistles. No whistles. As sideline inbound here for Stuart, it'll be Latau to inbound. And he gets it into Tubbs. Tubbs has the basketball, working on 3 defenders of Archangels Catholic. Now on the right side, Latau. Latau steps inside the lane at the right elbow. Center of the lane, shot blocked on the attempt by Tubbs. Braun got a piece of that one. Back the other way we go. Geilenkirchen to Zarnik. Zarnik back to Geilenkirchen. Top of the key, Baumgart. Reversing the ball around the perimeter to Johannes. Now Baumgart, left side, Geilenkirchen. Throws it right side. Now Johannes on the far corner. Back away. Skip pass left side to Geilenkirchen. 32 on the game clock. 3-ball. Baumgart. He won't hit. And the rebounded collected by, that is Rom in the lane. A blocking foul with the bucket. What about number 2, Cade Rom, the 5'2 junior? He draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot one more.
A little out of control there, but it paid off for him.
It did. As soon as I looked down at my sheet to make sure I called it correctly, and as soon as I looked up, Rom was on the hardwood. I heard his body hit the floor. I watched the ball go through the hoop, and Rom is going to the line to shoot one more. The free throw is good, and it's now 45-40. 23.2 seconds to play in the third quarter. 23.2. Braun to inbound. He runs the baseline as he gets it into Baumgart. Baumgart with it with 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Baumgart with the basketball. He picks it up, and he gets across to Zarnik. Zarnik on the left side. Zarnik with a quiet third quarter after leading the team in scoring in the first half for Archangels Catholic. 5 on the game clock. Johannes for 3. He airballs it. Rebound Zarnik. Puts it back up. No good. And there's the horn at the end of the third quarter. Your score, the Stuart Broncos 45. The Archangels Catholic Defenders 40. Here as we start the fourth quarter in 60 seconds from Pinnacle Bank Arena. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start of the fourth quarter, Stuart with the basketball. The first three-pointer, no good. And the rebound, Rom puts it back up. Stuart leads 47-40, 7:42 to go in the fourth quarter. As that one goes out of bounds, last touched by the Stuart Broncos, as Archangels Catholic will keep possession of the basketball. Archangels Catholic with it across the timeline. Baumgart picks it up to Johannes. Johannes back to Baumgart in the left side, Zarnik. Throws it top of the key, right side now Johannes. Johannes for Archangels Catholic puts up a tough contested shot. It does not go. And here comes Stuart. The pass up the floor to Tubbs. Tubbs beats him off the dribble. Shot blocked by Johannes. Getting back on offensive rebound is Rom. In the lane, Tubbs. The layup. It's good. And it's 49-40. Stuart leads. So Archangels Catholic now with the basketball needing some points. They get it up the floor to Zarnik. Almost slipped and fell here on the hardwood at Pinnacle Bank Arena to Weisler. Weisler steps in, gets the tough floater, does not go. Offensive rebound to Weisler, but then immediately he gets tied up, and the possession arrow keeps it with Archangels Catholic. 6:51 to go in the fourth quarter. 49-40 is your score. Archangels Catholic, a baseline inbound. Here as they look to get it in. Weisler, the inbounder, still looking, gets it into Zarnik in the lane. Can't hit the bunny, gets the own miss. And Johannes can't hit the layup. Another offensive rebound, and we have a foul down low. This is going to be on the floor on the Stuart Broncos. It'll go on number 25 for the Broncos, Ben Paxton, the 5'10 senior. He commits his foul. That's his fourth. So here on the left wing, it's Baumgart. Baumgart, floater on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Weisler, it does not fall. He gets it back, still puts it up, no good. And we have a whistle and a foul is called on, I believe, Archangels Catholic on the rebound attempt. They're going to get Gage Braun.
Got to make those easy bunny shots.
And that is number 4 on Gage Braun. Both teams struggling from the field, but Archangel Catholic is 8 of 18 on layups. 49-40, your score. Stuart out in front by 9. Stuart crosses the timeline with a pass to Latau. Latau spins around, gives it to Tubbs. Tubbs in the lane, fades away. That shot rims out, and it's rebounded by Johannes of Archangels Catholic. Here comes Baumgart. Baumgart across the timeline. He pushes the pace to Braun. Shot fake, puts up a shot, and we're going to have a foul called as it will go against Stuart. 49-40 is your score. 6:11 to play in the fourth quarter.
Kind of interesting there. The far referee made that call, and the guy that was right next to him was
Well,
letting him play.
The foul that they called was a push in the back, and so if the referee on the baseline couldn't see maybe the extension of a Stuart defender's arm kind of push Gage Braun in the back there, that's the only thing that I can think of. It was a little bit of a delayed call as well, as Braun was able to hit the first free throw. The second one on the way, it does not fall. Rebound tipped around a couple of times, and it's controlled by Stuart. Here comes Stuart the other way in the lane. Rom gets the layup to fall. And how about the Stuart Broncos? They now lead by 10, their largest of the day. Here's Zarnik in the lane. He is immediately fouled by Tubbs on the right-handed layup opportunity. Tubbs just picked up foul number 3. I would imagine that the way that this game is going, we're going to see multiple guys probably foul out here at some point. Talk about foul trouble. Archangel Catholic has not only Ethan Weisler with 4, but Gage Braun has 4, as Archangels Catholic misses the first free throw.
I think their bus driver even has 4.
That's right. For Stuart, I should say, Schmaderer has 3, Tubbs has 3, and Estill has 3. Also in there, I believe Paxton has 4 fouls for the Stuart Broncos. So Archangels Catholic goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Here comes Rom. Rom for Stuart up the floor in the lane. The layup is good. Somebody's going to have to stop ball if they want to get some stops on the defense. They're allowing Rom to just drive the full length of the floor and right to the rim. Here's Johannes in the lane. That's going to be a blocking foul on Hunter Tubbs. As guess what? Hunter Tubbs just picked up number 4.
I wonder why there's not a stat keeping track of how many times bodies have hit the floor.
I know.
It's got to be close to 100.
53-42 is your score. 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter. The free throw is good. Johannes able to hit the free throw. It's now 53-43. 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter. (53-43) your score. The second free throw is on the way, and it rims out. It was halfway down, and it popped out of this rim on the north side of Pinnacle Bank Arena. Here is Schmaderer. Schmaderer to Paxton. Paxton back into the game with those 4 fouls. Cross-court pass to Schmaderer. Touch pass is Still. Still in the near corner. Now that pass taken away. Baumgart going the other way. Here comes Baumgart with Schmaderer on his heels. He gets it stripped away. No, they're going to call a foul on Schmaderer, and that's number 4 on him. And a lot of times it looked like, from my vantage point, it looked like a clean strip. However, a lot of times the swiping motion, the swatting motion down will attract the attention of the referee, and that's exactly what Schmaderer did on that dribble drive. The first free throw,
let them play, but it's been so aggressive of a game that
exactly. And you have to, at some point, you have to keep control of the game. You don't want to want it to allow it to get out of hand.
Because sometimes you're like, let them play, but today
Yeah.
you're seeing aggressive play on both teams.
53-44 is your score after Archangels Catholic goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Here's Rom, and he's body bumped by Zarnik on the way up the floor, and that's going to be team foul number 2 on Zarnik. And guess what? That's number 4 now on Tucker Zarnik. 53-44 your score here in the Class D2 quarterfinal game. 5:15 to play in the fourth. Here past left side with it is Rom. Rom with the basketball. Throws it cross court. A still down low in the lane. Letau. Layup is good. Letau now gives Stuart a 11-point lead, but in the lane, Johannes misses the wide open layup, gets it back. He puts it up, doesn't use the backboard, and now in the lane, we have a jump ball as Johannes did not make the bunny. The bunny of bunnies. He missed it. He gets it back. He doesn't use the backboard, and he airballs the layup on the second attempt. And then on the third time, it's a jump ball as both sides went for the rebound. It is 55-44. Stuart is 3 of their last 3 shooting the basketball. Schmaderer crosses over, has 3 seconds to cross the timeline. Now he does. Schmaderer, left side, Rom. He drives baseline. Now gets to Paxton. Paxton, left side, dribbles, passes it down low, and it'll be out of bounds. Last touched by Weisler of Archangels Catholic. 4:34 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 55-44. Stuart out in front by 11. It's their largest lead of the day as they get it into Letau. Letau kicks it out left side, Schmaderer. Now to a still. Pass deflected, taken away. Zarnik going the other way. Here comes Zarnik for Archangels Catholic in the lane. It gets bumped out of his hands, and he gets fouled by the Stuart Broncos defender. That one is going to go on, I believe, number 11, a steal, and that's number 5 for him. Scratch that. That's number 4 on him. Excuse me. So that's number 4 on number 11 for Stuart Jameson, a steal, as Archangels Catholic able to make the first free throw. It's 55-45. 4:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Archangels Catholic, Tucker Zarnik at the charity stripe, has one more free throw coming up. And it's no good. Rebounded by Archangels Catholic, and we have a foul called against Paxton, and that's number 5 on Paxton. So Ben Paxton has fouled out of the game, and because of that, they're going to have to bring in Hunter Tubbs, who, by the way, has 4 fouls of his own. 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Tubbs and Schmaderer are on the floor for Stuart with 4 fouls. Archangels Catholic, they have Weisler, Zarnik, and Braun on the floor with 4 fouls.
Got to make your free throws.
As Archangels Catholic misses a free throw, Mundell, he's 1 for 3 now on the day from the free throw line. The second one is well short, and Letau gets the defensive rebound. Here comes Rom. Rom across the timeline. He stops at the top of the key, looking for help, throws it down to Tubbs. Tubbs working. Stick picks up his dribble. Back out Rom. Thought about the 3, decides to pass it up. Rom with 4:04 to go in the game. 17 seconds still on the possession. Schmaderer with the basketball, gets it into Tubbs, and we have a defensive foul called on Gage Braun, and that is number 5 on Gage Braun. So Gage Braun has to come out of the game. Gavin Geilenkirchen is in for Archangels Catholic. Baseline inbound coming up for Stuart. The Broncos underneath their own bucket. 55-45 is your score. 3:59 to play in the fourth quarter. Jameson Astil will come into the game as Cage Krieger subs out. I apologize, Jameson Icesteal. Now baseline inbound here for Stuart as they look to inbound. Stuart gets it up top to Icesteal. Icesteal down low, Tubbs. Touch pass out, Letau. 3 ball on the way. Well short and off to the left. Rebound tipped around, and it's going to go to Archangels Catholic.
They've got to make something happen here soon.
Yeah, if you're Archangels Catholic, you got to find the bottom of the bucket and fast. You are 8 of 22 on free throws, so it's not as simple as just get to the free throw line and make some shots. Stuart isn't much better from the charity stripe either, 12 of 22. You want to talk about a game that has a lot of turnovers. What if I told you 31 turnovers in today's game? Here in the lane, Baumgart, layup no good. On the rebound, the putback by Mundill is no good. And it's finally corralled by Rom of Stuart, being chased down by Geilenkirchen. And Geilenkirchen fouls Rom. Cade Rom will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, if you're Archangels, you're going to look back on this game and be like free throws and bunny shots.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had at least 10 to 15, 16 points they've just lost on easy stuff.
They are 8 of 21 on layups is Archangels Catholic. As Stuart hits their first free throw, Cade Rom at the line. I mentioned the 14 turnovers. What's even more maybe frustrating if you're Archangels Catholic is you are out-rebounding Stuart 38 to 29, and specifically on the offensive glass. Archangels has 21 offensive rebounds. 21 offensive rebounds, and they trail by 12. And now they just turn it over for what is their 15th time today. Latau crosses the timeline, splits through it. Tubbs on the left side. Tubbs with the basketball in the far corner. 3:21 to go in the fourth, and it's out of bounds to Stuart. Once again, just absolutely absurd 21 offensive rebounds for Archangels Catholic here today. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. In the lane, Tubbs gets the layup to go, and Stuart continues to add to their lead. It's 59-45. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to play. Here is Baumgart, right side, Geilenkirchen. Baumgart fires the three. He misses that one long. Zarnik tips the offensive rebound. He now has it. Top of the key, Geilenkirchen to Baumgart. Baumgart to Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen inside, back out, 3-ball, Geilenkirchen. It rims out, and the rebound collected by the Stuart Broncos and Schmaderer. Schmaderer gets bumped by Zarnik. Now that pass goes through the hands of Tubbs, and it's going to be Archangel Catholic basketball. Tubbs unable to hold on to that pass from Ice still. And we have a timeout on the floor charged to Archangels Catholic. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside 60 seconds and come right back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
2 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It's 59-45. Stuart out in front by 14 points here in the fourth quarter. Here is Baumgart now to Zarnik. Zarnik into the far corner. It's Wiesler. Wiesler has 4 personal fouls. He's out on the floor for Archangels Catholic. Now right side, Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen with the basketball in the lane with the bucket and the foul, as I believe that's going to be number 5 on Tubbs. It is number 5 on Hunter Tubbs as he fouls out. So Tubbs, who has 19 points on the day, he fouls out, and that is his 5th. Tubbs' final stat line, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And he is now going to have to watch the rest of the game from the bench. Subbing in for Stuart is going to be number 50, Trey Wallinger. And so 59-47 is your score. One more free throw coming up for Archangels Catholic. It's good on the attempt by Geilenkirchen. 59-48. A steal on the inbounds pass, and Geilenkirchen takes it away and gives it a 9-point game as we have a Stuart timeout. Stuart calls a timeout with 2:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Archangels Catholic is trying to ramp up that bench. It is a full timeout on the floor, and we'll step aside with them. Come back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Two minutes, 18 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. 59-50 is your score. Stuart out in front by 9 over Archangels Catholic. Stuart will have the basketball. As following this game, we'll have a little bit more of an extended break, about an hour or so. We'll send it back to our 93.7 The Ticket studios and have them take you up until our 1:30 tip-off between Pius X and Norris. Here's Stuart with the basketball. They throw it in, and it's going to go out of bounds. Archangels Catholic forces a turnover on the inbounds play as Latow threw it out of bounds. And Stuart now got to play defense again. Remember, Schmaderer and Estill has 4 fouls apiece. And now Schmaderer just fouled out of the game.
He's crazy.
59-50, and Schmaderer just committed his 5th personal foul. And I think once again, he got all ball. It's that swiping motion that the same referee wanted to call as a personal foul. So now for the Stuart Broncos, Dre Schmaderer, Hunter Tubbs, and Benjamin Paxton have all fouled out of the game, as the first free throw is no good by Archangels Catholic. For Archangels, only Gage Braun has fouled out of the game, but Tucker Zarnick and Geilenkirchen, as well as Ethan Wiesler, all have 4 personal fouls. Archangels Catholic goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. It's another steal. Bodies on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball, and possession arrow gives it to Archangels Catholic.
I mean, this is with Stuart. I mean, you've got players that probably don't see the court all that much during the season.
No, I mean, a guy you have in there, for example, is number 1, Cage Krieger, who averages half a point and 0.4 rebounds per game. He only has scored 11 points all season long. He's listed at 5'4". Here in the lane, Johannes back out. Geilenkirchen, Baumgart for 3. It's short. Rebound tipped around, and Latow gets it. And now we have a foul called. I think they might get Wiesler, and that's going to be number 5 on Wiesler. So now Archangels Catholic head coach Eric Kessler has to decide where he wants to go with the substitution. And they're going to go with Kellen Mundell. So Mundell is in with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. We're going on an hour and 50 minutes of real time of this ball game. 59-51, the first free throw, no good by Latow. So just to give you an idea, Stuart, they have, as I mentioned, Cage Krieger on the floor because of other guys fouled out. They also have Trey Wallinger, a 6-foot sophomore who has 2.5 points per game. He's also out there. They missed both free throws. Latow, by the way, doesn't score much himself, 2.8 per game. The cross-court pass, Geilenkirchen in the lane, we're going to have a foul called on Cade Rom. Cade Rom, he just committed his third.
This is wild.
How about Cade Rom, though? 29 points on 10 of 12 from the field. I'd be curious. Let me do this. Split box here on this. Let's see how many fouls have been called. We have had 47 fouls called today. 47 fouls called. It's been relatively even, though. 23 to Archangels Catholic, 24 to the Stuart Broncos.
And there's only 32 minutes in a high school game, correct?
There's only 32 minutes in a high school game.
Wow.
47 fouls have been called. The free throw on the way. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Johannes. He dumps it down. Zarnik, layup good. It's a 5-point game, 59-54 with 1:46 as Rom bounces it off his leg, and it's going back to the defenders of Archangels Catholic. And we have a timeout on the floor by the Stuart Broncos. Archangels is on a 9-0 run, and get this, the last 36 seconds, it's a full timeout, and we will step aside, come back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Nick Sainert with you. Chris Raff alongside. As here we have it. The statistic that might stand out to me the most, and we saw something similar in the Class A quarterfinal last night with Lincoln North Star and Lincoln Southeast. 5 turnovers by Stuart in the last 90 seconds. 5 turnovers. Archangels Catholic with the basketball. Sideline inbound directly in front of us. They get it in now. Geilenkirchen with it. Baumgart with the basketball after the Stuart timeout. Throws it near corner. Zarnik in the lane. Puts up a contested floater. No good. Johannes with the offensive rebound. And we're going to have a foul called. That is foul number 48 of the day. A foul called on number 50. That is Wallinger. And Johannes goes to the line to shoot 2 shots, a place where he is 2 for 4 on the day. Johannes with 10 rebounds in the game. The first free throw is good. It's 59-55.
Maybe that was Archangels' plan all day, just fell out the entire team.
Goodness. But then also Archangels isn't in much of a better spot either. They've had a couple of guys foul out as well. As the second free throw is good. It's a 1-possession game, and now Stuart Letau stepped on the baseline.
Oh, my.
And Stuart turns it over on the inbounds pass. And now head coach for Stuart, John Miller, says we got to get Letau out of there. He's turned it over 4 times in the last minute and a half. 59-56 is your score. Letau is out for Stuart. Here we go. As with 94 seconds, they inbound it to Johannes. Johannes out top. Baumgart with Archangels down by 3. To the right wing, Zarnik. To Johannes. 1:26 to play. Gets it out to Geilenkirchen to Baumgart. Still plenty of time. 20 seconds on the possession. 3-ball to Ty. Unable to get it to go. And the rebound collected by a steal of the Stuart Broncos. Here comes Cade Rom. Rom with the basketball on the left side. He almost got his pocket picked. Now to a still with it. Top of the key now inside the free throw line. Right wing. Here it is to Bolter. Bolter inside. Wallinger. He can't put up a shot. He kicks it out. Shot fake. Nobody wants to take a shot because nobody plays this often. In the lane. The putback. It won't go. And with 51 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, Archangels has the ball down by 3. Archangels. Zarnik. Top of the key. Baumgart. Johannes. Left side. As here we have it to Ty Johannes. He can't connect. Offensive board. In the lane. The put up. It's good. And we have an Archangels Catholic timeout. And folks, Archangels is on a 13-0 run over the last minute and 46 seconds. Stuart has committed 6 turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes. Archangels has outscored Stuart 18-14 in this fourth quarter, and with 34.4 on the game clock, it is a 1-point Stuart lead. Stuart will have the basketball, but if you're Archangels Catholic, you have all the choices in the world of who to foul. If you are Stuart, there is one guy you want to get the basketball here in this situation, and it is Cade Rom. He is 6 for 6 from the field, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He has 29 points, 7 rebounds in 29 minutes of game time. Everybody else on the floor, because of foul trouble, hasn't attempted a single free throw here in today's game. Cade Rom to inbound. He throws it downfield. It's going to be intercepted by Zarnik like a defensive back over in the backfield. And Archangels Catholic has the basketball down by 1 with 28 seconds to play. Here on the right side, Baumgart to Johannes. He dribbles it off his leg. As the Archangels gets it back, we have a whistle and a foul called on the Stuart defense as Gavin Geilenkirchen dribbled on the right side of the lane, and now Geilenkirchen will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
I'm going to have to go down here and let these ladies know there's no cheering on press row.
It is Kendall Coley and Allison Widener, one of them is Allison Widener, from the Humphrey area, which is obviously where Archangels Catholic is from. She's sitting 2 seats to our right, as it's 59-58, 21 seconds to play. Gavin Geilenkirchen at the line to shoot 2 shots on the day. He is 2 for 5 from the free throw line. The first is good, and we are tied. .0 on the game clock to give Archangels Catholic the lead. He does not. We are tied. 59-59. Latau picks up his dribble. Here's Rom. Rom has 29 points on the day. The floater, no good. It's rebounded by Zarnik, and we have a whistle, and a foul is called against Cade Rom, which will allow Archangels Catholic to shoot 2 free throws on the other end. With 10.1 on the game clock, Archangels Catholic will be at the charity stripe to shoot 2 shots as Tucker Zarnik on the day, 2 for 4 from the charity stripe, 18 points on the day, and he steps up to the free throw line with 2 free throws looming after a Cade Rom attempt at a jump ball. Now gives Zarnik the lead. Archangels Catholic leads it 60-59. They're on a 14-0 run over the last 2 minutes of game time. Stuart has led by as much as 14 with 3 minutes to go in the game. And Archangels Catholic now leads by 2. It's 61-59.
This is wild.
Stuart to inbound. They'll get it in. There's nobody other than Cade Rom that should have this basketball, as Rom has it. The 3 for the win. Can't connect. Offensive rebound. They put it up, and it's no good. There's the horn, and Archangels Catholic does the unthinkable. They come all the way back. They were trailing by 14 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game, and Archangels Catholic goes on a 16-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And they survive 61-59 against the Stuart Broncos. An absolute heartbreaker for the Broncos from Stuart.
I cannot believe that just happened.
61-59, your final score. As Archangels Catholic, they trailed by 14 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds. They trailed 59-45. And then they go on a 16-0 run and survive against Stuart, 61-59. In a game where there were 27 fouls called against Stuart and 23 against Archangel Catholic, 50 total fouls, 24 turnovers for Stuart, 15 turnovers for Archangels Catholic, so 40 combined in a sloppy game, in a discombobulated matchup that featured, as I mentioned, 40 turnovers and 50 total fouls. Archangels Catholic comes all the way back and wins by 2.
Those Stuart starters, they're thinking they're fouling out, but they got a big enough lead. They're going to be back tomorrow, and it's over.
Stuart has 7 turnovers in the last 3 minutes and 12 seconds of game time. They did not score a single point in the final 3 minutes and 12 seconds. And in that meantime, Archangels Catholic goes on a 16-0 run.
Unreal.
Absolute insanity here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We'll step aside. We're going to send it back to our 93.7 The Ticket studios. Archangels Catholic survives 61-59 over the Stuart Broncos in an absolute thriller. Nick Sainer, Chris Raff saying so long from PBA. Join us at 1:30 for the tip-off. Myself, Eric Strickland on the call for Lincoln Pius X. They are the 8th seed against the number 1 seed in Class B, the Norris Titans. Let's see if that one can live up to the hype with maybe fewer fouls and quite a few turnovers. We'll talk to you guys soon from PBA here on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchased from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say,